Hi, come over to Insight Timer to be part of our live experience. Hi, great to be together. We'll wait a moment. And while we wait, let's make sure that you can hear me clearly through the correct mic. Let me just make sure I'm going through everything should be working. So, yes, I'm going to step back. So nice to see you, Deborah. That's what I thought the moment I saw your picture. So, how is our sound? Can you hear me clearly from all the way back here? Because the correct mic is working. Oh, wonderful, Carlin. Warm welcome. Okay, great. Thanks for the feedback. Hi, everyone. So, let's see here. I guess we can start. I'll give a little intro and then we'll begin our practice. Just got a little warmer, so I'm going to turn the fans on. Hi, everyone. Warm welcome. Feel free to say hi in the chat. My name is Selena, and this is a 60-minute Vinyasa yoga asana session. Yoga is so much more than the physical postures. Yoga is union, a roadmap to living in freedom, greater inner peace, greater harmony within and the world around us. It is this amazing guide to bring us home to ourselves and live the fullest life we could live. And these physical postures that we practice here are just one aspect of what yoga is. Good morning, Adrian. I have many recordings here on the app that range in topics. I have 2 courses, Yogic Practices for a Peaceful Life and Awaken My Heart, A Guide to Living with Self-Love. I lead live sessions each week. You can find all of this, including my live schedule, on my profile page here on the app. And there's also a website listed under my About section if you'd like to stay in touch. All right, great. So this is listed as intermediate because I don't break down the poses the way that I would for a beginner practice. So I invite you to be really mindful. You're welcome to be here if you're more of a beginner. My invitation for everyone is honor your body. Take care of your body. It's not about trying to look like me or trying to do something that I'm doing if it doesn't feel comfortable. Take care of yourself, please. So have your asana mat, have blocks, blankets, straps, everything that you like to use for your practice. I'm trying to think of, we also have a group, Love Heals All, here on the app, and all are very warmly welcome to join there. If you're not joining us on Insight Timer, I invite you to join on Insight Timer to be part of this interactive experience. Donations are greatly appreciated and received gratefully from myself and from Insight Timer. Your donations support my well-being and also support Insight Timer being able to continue on. So I invite you just to pop a little one-word gratitude in the chat to begin today. What is one thing you're grateful for? Just one word of gratitude in the chat, and then we'll get started with our asana practice. Yasmin shared family. Yes, I'm right there with you. Home, love, home, health, New Zealand, presence, health, freedom, health. Yeah, a lot of awareness here. Hi, Esme. Hello. Your gratitude is hello. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. Let us begin. Vacation, faith, all of it. All right, thank you. Yeah, I think I said mine is also family. My folks are coming. They're flying in today. I'm very excited to be with them. All right, come to your mat. So I have a noise canceling software, which means that you won't be able to hear the sound of me humming. But we're going to begin today with a breathing technique called Brahmari Pranayam. This is a very powerful breathing technique. Many of you have experienced it, maybe in your yoga sessions, or maybe you've practiced my anxiety relief breathing technique, which is also the base breathing technique of this. So Brahmari Pranayam, or B breath, I won't go too much in depth in explanation. Some invitations: if you have epilepsy, high blood pressure, or anything happening in your digestive area like ulcers, I invite you to refrain from this breath. You can always just do a gentle version of it, meaning let your exhalations and inhalations be natural and still engage in this breathing. But if you have any of the things that I just mentioned, or if at any point this feels uncomfortable for some reason, then I invite you just to back off and just do what feels comfortable for you. We're going to use the mudras today with the hands. So we're going to gently place the little fingers kind of by the nose here. The ring fingers are going to rest on the bridge of the nose. The eyes are going to be gently covered by the middle finger, maybe the index finger as well, or the index finger can rest above or on the brows. And then this hand placement, of course, is optional. And then the final piece to the to the mudras here is to cover the ears with the thumbs. So this is the mudra. I also encourage, even if you're not taking the hands, to roll the gaze up. The eyes are closed, but we roll the gaze up between the eyebrows to the Ajna chakra, the first eye, and the tongue is gently touching the roof of the mouth just behind the upper teeth. So even if you're not using the mudra with the hands, I invite you to have the tongue gently touching roof of mouth just behind the upper teeth, and the gaze can roll up between the brows. We will practice 6 rounds of this. Again, because of the software, you won't be able to hear the fullness of my hum. But the way that we move into this, we take a deep, full breath in, and then we hum on the exhalation until all of the air has been expelled. So it's a really nice, long exhalation. We're humming the entire time. If you find that your breath is shallow or your humming kind of goes hum and then stops, that's usually a time when we can start to engage the abdominal muscles to help to press the rest of the air out to activate the diaphragm. So if you would like to work with lengthening the out breath, feel like your navel is drawing toward your spine, this belly is kind of pushing in to help push the air out. I know there was a lot of explanation, so just take it however you comfortably can. Let's sit tall. If you're taking the mudra with the hands, you can rest the small fingers above the lips, the, what are these called? Ring fingers on the bridge of the nose, middle fingers cover the eyes, maybe index fingers, well, or index fingers kind of above the brows. And then we'll cover the ears. So we're closing off the sensations here of sound and sight. We'll take 6 full counts of breath here, humming on each exhalation. Once you've finished with the 6, you can take a few extra breaths with the mudra, and then just relax the hands and be still for a moment. Tongue gently touches the roof of the mouth just behind the upper teeth. Gaze rolls up between the brows. We'll take a deep breath in to begin. Relax the hands, relax the shoulders, and be still for a few more moments. From this space, set your sankalpa, your intention for practice. Beautiful. Thank you. As always, our 60-minute practice begins after the little intro. So, for most of us, unless you're in India or maybe other places I'm unaware of in the world, it will be about 7 minutes after the hour that will complete. If you need to leave early for any reason, please do take Shavasana to give yourself that integration time. If there are ever any technical difficulties, please just throw a bunch of emojis in the chat, and that will alert me to come over and check things out. Ah, beautiful. Let's make our way to all fours. Wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. Lift the fingers, spread them wide, and then root back down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs. Creases of the wrists are parallel to the top of the mat. Inhale, crown and tailbone, lift up. Exhale, spine to sky, chin to chest, tilt the tailbone down. Inhale, drop down through the chest, the belly, lift the tailbone, look up. Exhale, press down into the palms, lift the spine, continue. Let this feel good. So many of us spend so much time in rigid physical patterns so that this movement, although it may seem very simple, can be very powerful and transformative. It's especially important to have good neck mobility in our lives with all of the time that most of us spend looking at computers and phones. Allow a space between the teeth and the lips so the jaw can soften. Lovely. Come back to a neutral spine. Walk the hands far forward. Keep the hips high. Drop the heart down. Come into puppy pose. Relax the forehead down toward or on the mat. Draw the navel toward the spine. If you'd like to increase sensation, the arms are straight, the elbows are lifted. Deep breaths. Feel all sides of the rib cage expanding with your breath in and relaxing with your breath out. If Ujjayi Pranayama is part of your practice, you can engage this ocean sound in the breath. One more breath here. Lovely. Rise up, walk the hands back in. So they're underneath the shoulders. Come down onto the forearms and take your fingers just to the outsides of your forearms. For most of us, this shows us that our elbows are right beneath our shoulders and gives us nice weight transfer as we prepare to come into forearm toe plank. Release the forearms forward, either the palms are facing down, or you can interlace the hands, creating a bit of a triangle shape. Draw the navel toward the spine. If you're working on your core strength still, you can start by just pressing one leg back and then maybe pressing the other leg back for a few breaths, so a few breaths each. If you're working with your full plank, extend the legs back, draw the navel toward the spine, and then lower the hips so they're in alignment with the shoulders. Press into the forearms to lift up out of the elbows. And then press back through your heels. Feel like your heels are trying to touch the wall behind you or the space behind you. Breathe here. We're really waking things up today through this pose. Option is stay here, maintain all of this stability in the core, or you can drop the right hip down a little and then drop the left hip down a little. So we're just moving a little side to side here. Keep lifting up off of the forearms as much as you can. Breathe. Keep hugging the navel toward the spine. One more time on each side. And then we'll all lower down to the knees and then the belly. If your hands are interlaced, release them. Sphinx pose, fingers point forward. Drop the belly down. If this feels like it's too much of a back bend, you can walk your hands further forward and stay a little closer to the ground. If this feels comfortable and like you have a lot of space, you can actually press down into the forearms. Relax your glutes. Let everything soften down. Beautiful. One more breath here. Make your way all the way down. Bend your elbows, plant your palms, fingers point forward. Tuck your toes under. Press yourself up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Bend one knee at a time. Reach the opposite heel back. Move side to side. Draw the navel toward the spine. Look forward. See that the creases of the wrists are parallel to the top of the mat. Keep rooting down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs. And become aware of your body. We live so much of our lives lost in thought. So really start to feel your body. What's happening in your body right now? What is it needing? What is it letting you know? Wonderful. And then extend your left leg back, bend your right knee. Let's pause here. Take a couple of breaths through this left calf extension. And then we'll change sides. Right heel down, bend the left knee. Hug the navel in. Lovely. Bend both knees. Take small steps to come all the way to the top of the mat. And fold forward. Big toes point forward. Bend your knees. Take opposite elbows. Upper body is really relaxed. Knees are bent. Rock the weight front and back in the feet. Side to side. Find neutral in the feet. Gently shake the head no and yes. Release the spine and now relax the movement of the head. Allow the weight to drop into the toes a little. Feel the spine lengthening. Shoulders relax. Release the arms. Let the arms hang really heavy here. Really let the upper body be as limp as possible. Rock the weight into the heels. Keep the bend in the knee. Draw your navel toward your spine. And then roll up one vertebra at a time. The upper body stays very, very limp. The crown of the head is the last thing to rise all the way up. Stand tall. Relax the shoulders back and down. Soften the jaw. Recall your sankalpa, your intention for today. Lovely. Feet are underneath the hips, or maybe the big toes are touching. Palms touch at the heart. Draw the navel toward the spine. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, bow through center. Hug the navel in. Option to bend the knees. Inhale, fingertips to shins. Long arms, long spine, weight in the toes. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, high plank. Lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Let's come all the way to the belly. Draw the elbows back, keep them in close. Inhale, curl up through the spine, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Keep your pubic bone completely in contact with the mat. Lower down. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. Hug the navel toward the spine. Option to bend the knees. Root down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs. Chest presses back toward thighs. Crown of the head reaches toward the fingers and the shoulders pull up away from the ears. Inner elbows roll forward. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Option to bend the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up, hug the navel toward the spine. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, bow through center or swan dive, your choice. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, long arms, long spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step. Lightly hop back, lower down to the knees or through chaturanga. And then cobra or upward facing dog with the thighs completely off of the mat. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, 3 slow deep breaths. So when we move through this transition, this vinyasa sequence, I invite you to choose cobra, where you come all the way down and the pubic bone stays in contact with the mat, or upward facing dog, where the thighs, the pubic bone, everything is off of the mat, and the tops of the feet are supporting that contact. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step. Lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Option to bend the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive or bow through center, hug the navel in. Inhale, fingers to shins, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back, draw the navel in. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, lower down through your vinyasa, or just come to downward facing dog if that's too much for some reason. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Draw the navel toward the spine. Keep the hips square here. Bend the knees, stack the hips, toes fall behind. Inhale, square the hips, lengthen the right leg. Option to stay here. Or exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, up and back. One more round if you wish. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale, right elbow. Last time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Option to lower the back knee, keep the back heel lifted, draw the navel toward the spine. Arms alongside the body here. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Bend the back knee, tilt the tailbone down. Hug the navel in. Then with this length, begin to extend through the back leg. I'm almost too tight here from my big hike yesterday to really extend here. So this is a really important way to maintain this length in the low back and also really receive the stretch in the hip flexors. Arms lengthen up toward the sky. Inhale, straighten the legs, rise up. Exhale, bend the elbows out to the sides. Bend into the front knee, palms face forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, elbows to the sides. Draw the navel in. Draw those floating ribs in also. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Stay here. Release the hands behind the back. Interlace fingers. Open through the chest. Keep drawing those lower ribs in. One more breath here. Release the hands. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, touch down. Step the right leg back, high plank, lower down to the knees, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Keep the hips square. Draw the navel in. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Open. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Option to stay here. Exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, right elbow. Always option to skip this. One more round. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow. Last time, inhale. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, softly step left foot through between the hands. Option to lower the back knee. Hug the navel in. Arms alongside the body. Inhale. Rise up for your crescent lunge. Bend the back knee. Tilt the tailbone down. Hug the navel in. Then from here, find the length by pressing out through the back heel. Arms reach up. Inhale, straighten the legs, rise up. Exhale, bend the knees or bend the elbows, palms forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink it down. Draw those lower ribs in. One more. Inhale. Exhale, beautiful. Release the hands behind the back, opposite thumb on top this time. Extend through the arms if you can. 3 breaths. Keep pressing out through the back heel. Draw the shoulder blades toward one another. Release the hands. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, touch down. Step the left leg back. Move through your vinyasa or just come to downward facing dog. 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step. Lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive or bow. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms, bend the knees. Hop or step back. Move through your vinyasa. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Option to stay here or bend the left knee to reach your right foot all the way down behind you. Flip your hips up and over. Maybe extend the left leg if you wish. Right arm reaches up alongside the ear. Wild thing. Right hand touches down. Flip yourself back over. Extend the right leg up and back. Option to stay here or exhale. Knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Keep the back heel lifted. Inhale, rise it up. Bend the back knee, tilt the tailbone, and then begin to extend back. Beautiful, friends. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Exhale, twist, open to the right. Inhale, reach the arm center. Exhale, twist, sink a little deeper. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Stay here. If you wish, you can reach your right hand for the back of your left thigh, just gently touching. Left arm reaches along the ear. Inhale, reach the arms up center. Exhale, touch down. Lower the back knee if it's not there already. Fold your mat over if you need some knee support here. Very nice. Walk your right foot over to the edge of the mat so both hands are inside. Sink your hips forward. And then walk your right foot forward as much as you need for the ankle to be beneath the knee. Allow the hips to drop down and forward. Soften the face. If you'd like to experience more sensation here, you can play with bringing one or both forearms down to the mat, maybe interlacing the fingers. Make sure the right foot is staying rooted if you're here. Breathe deeply. If you're on your forearms, come back up to your palms. Everyone walk your right foot back in toward the midline or so that it's in alignment with the right hip. Extend yourself back. Bring your hands to your hips. This is a nice time to use blocks. So if you have blocks, you can have a block on either side of you. If you don't have blocks, you can work with having your hands to the hips or maybe the upper thigh, never any weight mid-thigh or knee. We don't want to hyperextend the leg here. So hands to the hips, upper thigh, or if you have really long arms, you can actually touch the ground. So we're going to extend the right leg as much as we can. Turn the right toes up to the sky. Draw the navel toward the spine. Nice long spine, flat back. And then from here, for some of us, this is as far as we need to go. We're already feeling a stretch. So if that's you, no issue, hang out. If you'd like to take it deeper, start to hinge forward, hands to hips, upper thigh, or to the floor, or your blocks. And then we'll all drop the right hip down. So feel like you're creating more length through the right side body. Breathe. Windshield wiper that right foot a little. So turn the toes, the whole foot side to side so it goes all the way up into the hip. And then come back to neutral. Again, drop that right hip down. Create that length through the right side body. Breathe deeply. Notice what comes up in your mind and emotions when you meet tension, if there is tension here or wherever it might be arising. Very good. Let's all come back down to a low lunge. You might need to walk that right foot back a little bit here. Sink the hips forward. Tuck the back toes under if they're not already. Lift the back knee. Step the right leg back. High plank. Option to hang out here for a breath, or we're going to play. Left elbow, left palm, right palm. Right elbow, left palm, left palm. Inhale. Exhale, move through your vinyasa of choice, or just come to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Option to stay here or bend the right knee. Touch the left foot back behind you. Flip your hips up and over. Maybe you'd like to extend that leg. Reach the left arm up along the ear. Breathe. Wild thing. You can always play with extending both legs too, however this pose feels good for you. Left hand touches down, flip yourself up and over. Extend through the left leg, option to stay here. Exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softly step the left foot through between the hands. Inhale, rise up. Drop the tailbone down, bend the back knee, sink it down, then begin to extend back. Breathe here. I can't remember what we did on the first part. I know we went into a twist, but what did we do before that? Oh, I'm so sorry. I know we did this, but what did we do before this? Well, hopefully you remember and you're doing it right now. Maybe we did 3 more of these. Did we do that? I don't think we did. What did we do? Well, hopefully you still love me, even though I've forgotten. And at this point, we're probably ready to move on to that next part, yes? So hopefully you're here with me. Let's extend the arms out to the left. Inhale, center. What was it? Oh, no, we didn't interlace the hands. Exhale. Inhale, center. Did we do something else? Option is stay here. Left hand touches, right arm reaches up. I'm determined to remember now. Sink a little lower. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, touch the back knee down. If it's not there already, you can fold your mat over for support. Walk your left foot over to the edge of the mat. Sink the hips forward, bring the hands down. And ideally here, the ankle is below the knee. Option to stay here if you'd like to experience more sensation. You can bring the forearms down, maybe interlace the hands. Sole of the left foot stays rooted. Soften the jaw, the face. Beautiful. If the elbows are down, come back up to the palms. We'll walk that left foot in so that it's in alignment with the left hip. Press yourself back. Again, hands to hips, upper thigh, blocks or the mat. Extend through the left leg, flex the left foot, draw the navel toward the spine. And then with this nice length in the spine, if you're hinging forward, start to hinge forward. Drop your left hip down now. Windshield wiper the left foot and leg. Breathe deeply. Great. Still the foot. Drop that hip down again. Feel that length being created. Back of the neck is long. Keep drawing the navel toward the spine. Lovely. Let's rock the weight forward. Come back to that low lunge. Again, you may need to walk your left foot back a little. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, plant the palm, step the left leg back, high plank. Option to stay here or take a resting pose or play one more time. Left elbow, left palm, right palm, right elbow, left elbow, right palm, left palm. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, lower through your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Micro bend in the knees, long spine. Shoulders drop back and down. Navel stays drawing in. Space between the teeth. Tongue gently touches the roof of the mouth just behind the upper teeth. Beautiful. Okay, moving on to play with balance. Whenever we move into balancing poses, you're always welcome to be next to a wall to have that support. Okay, so I'm going to turn my back to you so it's a little easier to find this at first. Yes, you can still see. Weight comes into the left foot. Bend your right leg and reach. Well, actually, let's bring the right hand out to the right first. Palm is up to the sky and the thumb points behind you. So it's pointing back. Yes. Then from here, bend your right knee. Reach for the inside of the foot. So keep your hand in the same position that it was. So your hand is on the inside of the foot. The thumb is pointing back behind you. From here, drop your right hip down. Drop your right shoulder down. Hug the navel toward the spine. Reach the left arm up. Micro bend in the left leg. Focus your gaze on one spot on the floor or the wall ahead of you. Inhale. Exhale, begin to kick the foot into the hand. And if you're here and you have this nice and solid, you feel this nice connection in the body, then maybe you start to hinge forward. The drishti is focused. Keep kicking the foot into the hand through the whole pose. Breathe. And when you're ready to come up, really kick the foot into the hand for balance. Kick, 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 kick. And release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Nataraj asana, dancing Shiva. We'll move on to the second side. I'll turn so we have a bit of a different view for this one. So this time, bring the weight over. Let's see. No, I don't have to mirror you. I caught myself there. Bring the weight over into the right foot. Left arm is out to the side with the palm facing up and the thumb pointing behind you. Yes, draw the navel in. You can already focus your drishti on one spot on the floor or the wall ahead of you. Micro bend in the standing leg. Bend the left knee and reach for the inside of the foot. The thumb is on top of the foot or on the sole of the foot. The thumb is pointing back behind you. Draw the navel in, drop your left hip down, drop your left shoulder down. Tailbone releases down here. Right arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, begin to kick the foot firmly into the hand. Kick, kick, kick. And once you feel this nice supportive connection here, maybe you begin to lean forward. Drishti is still focused. Soften the face. Keep kicking the foot into the hand. Dancing Shiva. Kick the foot into the hand to come out of the pose. Release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale. Beautiful. Take a moment in Tadasana. Feet are underneath the hip bones. Crown of the head lengthens up. Tailbone is neutral. Pelvis is neutral. Lift the toes. Imagine, feel like you're drawing all of this energy up through the earth. The legs are active. There's activity through the body. The crown of the head lifts up to the sky. The arms are by the sides, but there's still some activity here. And then maintain this activity. Relax the toes down. Micro bend in the knees. Mountain pose. That gaze can be soft and unfocused, looking down, or maybe the eyes are closed. As you breathe in, say to yourself, I am love. And as you breathe out, say to yourself, I am consciousness. Inhale, I am love. Exhale, I am consciousness. I am love. I am consciousness. One more breath like this. Beautiful. If you're not already there, make your way to the top of the mat. Our final Vinyasa transition for practice today. Palms touch at the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen. Exhale, swan dive or bow through center, option to bend the knees. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, fingertips to shins, long spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or lightly hop back, and then lower through your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Beautiful, beautiful. Bring your knees down. So let's come to sit on the buns. This next pose will not be for everyone because it may be too much on the knees for some. So please, 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 if you feel any discomfort or any sharp pain, do not do this. You're welcome to do anything else that feels good for your body. Extend the legs out. Bring your hands to the ground on the left side of you so that you can bend your right knee and bring your right heel to the outside of your right hip. So the right heel comes to the outside of the hip, meaning I'm not sitting on this heel at all. And rather than the knee splaying out really wide, I'm going to see if I can bring it a little more in toward the midline. Now, for some of us, remember, no sharp pain. If there's sharp pain, please don't do this. For some of us, this is a strong stretch, and this is as far as we're going to go. If you're not feeling much and you'd like to go a little further, you can start to walk the hands back with the fingers pointing toward the glutes. For some of us, we still don't feel much, but we may need to adjust. So I'm going to lift my hips and then set myself back down so I feel a little more even in the pelvis. And then because I'm not feeling much, I'm going to go a little further, come down to my forearms. And for some of us, we're still not feeling much. So if that's you, you can gracefully make your way all the way onto the back. Breathe and relax. Of course, if you're still not feeling anything, you can always bend that left knee and plant the foot on the floor, or even bring the left knee toward the chest. But I invite you to really be with your body in a way that you're not looking for some ultimate intense sensation. What would it be like to be in a pose and just feel it a little? I'm also speaking to myself, by the way. Breathe. Wherever you are, do your best to relax any unnecessary clenching, gripping, tension in the body. It could be in your forehead or your toes. This stretch or stretches similar to this are really fantastic and can aid with the relief of low back pain and also the relief of knee pain. Sometimes the knee pain we experience is actually just because the quadriceps and the hip flexors are so tight. So stretching this front part of the body can really aid in supporting knee health and low back health. We'll be here for a little longer. One more breath. And then when you're ready, slowly come out of the pose the same way you came into it. So do the reverse of however you came into the pose. And once you're to a seat again or in a seated position, slowly extend that right leg and let's give that right knee and that thigh some massage love. So massage all around the kneecap, maybe up into the thigh a little. Say, thank you, knee. I love you. Thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for taking me on that hike yesterday. Okay, second side. So the hands come off to the right this time so that we can lift ourselves over onto the right and bring that left heel to the outside. Yes, outside of the left hip. Again, for some of us, this is our max. Stay here. For some of us, we're not doing this pose at all, right? You're doing something else that your body's enjoying. Maybe that's resting. If you're not feeling much sensation and you'd like to take it further, you can always come back with the hands and then maybe come back onto the forearms, the elbows. Again, for me, I start to feel like my pelvis is a little twisted here, so I lift up and I come back down so I'm a little more evened out. And then, again, you may wish to take it even further. So play with this experience of what is it like to not take my body to the maximum stretch and rather allow the body to naturally relax into the pose. Soften the throat, the chest, the jaw. Recall your sankalpa. Feel it in your mind and your heart. Slow, deep breaths. We'll be here a little longer. I love you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Whenever we're stretching the body, studies have shown that it takes a minimum of 20 seconds, which is actually a lot longer than you might think. A minimum of 20 seconds for muscle fibers to start to lengthen. So I like to think that it's best to hold any posture if we're really focusing on lengthening the muscles and slowly start to come up. It's best to hold for a minimum of 30 seconds. Gracefully release that leg and start to massage the knee. Minimum. So if you're stretching after your workouts or before your workouts or whatever you do in your life, I invite you to start to be aware. Am I holding this stretch for at least 30 seconds so that the muscle fibers can actually lengthen and my body can really receive the most out of me taking the time to stretch and also feel the most relief, not getting injured if it's a pre-stretch, or not feeling extra sore or getting injured, even if it's a post stretch. Ah, beautiful. Say thank you, knees. I love you, knees. Come on, say it. Beautiful. Let's come on to the back again, or maybe for the first time. We're going to just take one round of Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, bridge pose. As always, I invite you to watch this. If you're unfamiliar with it, watch first and then join in. We never turn the head in this pose. Once the weight is up, we want to keep the chin and the face looking up toward the sky. So with the knees bent, walk your heels in so they're hip distance apart and to a place where maybe you can brush your heels with your middle fingers. We all have different bodies, so this might not be possible for you, but we're looking for a nice alignment here for our structure. Toes turn in toward each other slightly. Press your low back down, draw your navel toward your spine. Again, the face stays up toward the sky. From here, tilt your tailbone up, press into your feet to start to peel your back up off of the mat. Option to stay here with the belly and the chest lifting up, or interlace the hands underneath you, tuck the shoulders underneath you, press into the feet. Lift yourself up even higher. Relax your glutes. Maintain the lift. 3 to 5 breaths here. Keep relaxing the glutes. Keep the knees closer to hip distance apart if they're splaying. Lift a little higher. When you're ready to come down, slowly come down, reversing from how you came up. And then keep the feet on the floor here. Sometimes we feel this desire to hug the knees toward the chest after back bending, but that can actually be a strain, especially in the lumbar spine. So rather than hugging the knees toward the chest after a back bend, we can move into a twist. So let's take the feet a little wider. Allow both knees to fall to the right. So the feet are wide, kind of close to the edges of the mat. Both knees fall to the right. Here, there's a nice spread between the feet and the knees here. And then come through center so both knees fall over to the left. Just a reminder, if there's some kind of technical issue, throw a bunch of emojis in the chat because I can't see your comments from here. And then you can just move a little side to side. After you take your last round toward the left, Bring your feet together, walk your feet in closer, and then we'll take a twist here more fully. Take your arms out to the sides, or you can bend the elbows if you don't have the space. Allow both knees to fall to the right. You can take whichever leg variation you wish. See if you can keep your left shoulder rooted, and then turn your face toward your left shoulder. You can use your right hand to assist that top leg if that feels good. We'll just be here for a few breaths. As always, we go approximately 7 minutes over as we begin our practice after the introduction. Slowly move through center. Both knees fall over to the left. Right shoulder stays rooted. Turn your face toward your right shoulder. And again, you can use that left hand on this side to support if that feels good. Offer your body gratitude. This precious body is such a gift. And this body has its own consciousness. It's like a beautiful living being. This sweet, sweet being doing its very best to function no matter what we do to it. Offer gratitude to this precious being we call the body. Let's come back to center. Hug the knees toward the chest. Now rock side to side. Extend the legs down the mat. Take the feet wide. Toes fall out to the sides. Arms alongside the body with the palms up to the sky. You can tuck your shoulders under if that feels good. Wiggle your body. Just jiggle, shake, 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 shake every part of your body. Let it be like this wave that's wiggling through your whole body from the crown of your head to your toes. And then totally relax. Let the body be really heavy. Find stillness. Our final posture, Shavasana. Eyes are closed. Let everything go here. Let your breath be. You are not the thoughts. You are not the emotions. You are pure space, consciousness, light, vibration, energy. The thoughts and emotions come and go. They're just experience. So allow all of these experiences, physical, mental, emotional, to pass by like clouds. Nothing to hold on to for these next few moments. Please stay here for as long as you wish. Enjoy this space. Enjoy this gift of stillness, of nothing to do. If you're ready to complete, you can slowly deepen your breath. Slowly start to move the fingers and toes. Feel your body making contact with the floor beneath you and feel yourself not just here having an experience of this body, but notice how you fill up the space around you. You sense the space around you. Inhale, reach the arms up along the ears. Exhale, point the toes, stretch. Bend your knees. Roll over onto one side. Make your way up to a seat. Use your hands. We'll complete with Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu 3 times. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings and all of creation be free, be happy, peace, peace, peace. Palms touch in Anjali Mudra at the heart. Inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you. I'm glad you joined us, Carlin. Thank you. I'm glad everyone joined us. Oh, I was wondering where you were, my love. How's your body doing? Feeling more aligned in the healing journey? Oh, yeah. Great, Cornelia. Great question. Thank you for your donations, friends. Yeah, so swan dive, like you think about like a diver who's preparing to like dive off of a diving board. The term they use for that is swan dive. So, just a little quick demo here. Again, this that I call this intermediate because I would break things down more thoroughly in a beginner session. But one thing that's really important when we're building core strength, or if there's just a lot of tension in the body, it's really helpful to bend the knees in all of this upward and downward motion. Because otherwise, we have this nice long spine, the legs are straight, and we don't have the core strength to maintain this flat back. And so we either end up doing one of a few things. One, we try to maintain a straight back here, or a long spine, and we end up really straining, and our back becomes sore, and we wonder why we have a sore back after yoga, or maybe we end up punching, and all sorts of things can end up happening. So use that bend in the knees, my friends. Yeah, unless you feel like, yeah, this feels really comfortable, I could do this for a while, and it doesn't feel like there's any sense of a strain. So a bow forward, right? We reach up, and then the bow forward is bring the hands down through center, and we come down. Yes, the swan dive is just opening the arms wide. So you inhale, reach up, and then you exhale, open the arms out. Open the arms out wide, and as you're opening the arms out, the navel draws in, nice flat back. You're leaning forward, you're hinging forward here and coming forward. Does that answer your question? Oh, thanks, Kate. I definitely will enjoy them. Hi, everyone. So nice to see you. Yadi, Yasmin, Kara. Wonderful. Hi, Lisa. Wonderful. Wonderful. Wow, I'm so grateful for our time together. Any final questions or anything you'd like to share before we come to a completion? Okay, great. I'm glad. Oh, awesome. Yeah, they're both asana sessions, so I kind of have a similar way that I lead the sessions, but there's always some variation. So glad. Yeah, and normally we meet on Wednesdays as well. We have a satsang where we meditate together, and we just explore different topics together. We won't have that this week. I'm giving my parents' first full day here fully to them tomorrow. So, but we will meet again on Friday for our asana session. So we'll be together again, practicing on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And where's my phone? I'll double check the schedule. I think next week we're back to all of our regular 3 sessions. So Tuesday, same time, we have our asana session. And then Wednesday, we'll have our satsang. Yeah, so Tuesday, the 31st, we'll have our 1 p.m. Eastern asana session. Wednesday next week, we're meeting at the alternate time. Sometimes we meet earlier, sometimes we meet later on Wednesdays. So next Wednesday, we're meeting at 5 p.m. Eastern for our satsang. And then Friday, no, we're not actually having a session next Friday because I'll be with my beloved Saima. So no asana next Friday, but next Tuesday and Wednesday we'll be together. Okay, thank you all. Thank you so much. Drink water, be well, take good care of your beloved self. Again, I have so many recordings here on the app. And join our group, Love Heals All. I often will post replays of sessions there. And it's just a beautiful space to be in community. Oh, and I did just upload a requested replay of one of our satsangs that we had recently. So if you go to my profile page, you'll see that area where there's kind of like updates from this teacher, and you'll see that there's a new track uploaded. I think it's just called Satsang for the Soul, something, something. Sorry, that's the best I have right now for you. All right, my loves. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Again, thank you so much for your donations, for your beautiful presence, for your love. Let's stay connected. I have a website on my profile page. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. being in my life and for being a light and on the planet. I'm so grateful. And I will see you on Friday, hopefully. And if not Friday, then next week, hopefully. Always in my heart. And join our self-love course if you like. It's so precious. Over 3,000 of us are in this journey of self-love together. It's quite awesome. Awaken My Heart, a guide to living with self-love.